Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Paul. How are you? Let's see. Sorry, I was a couple of minutes late, but I'm here. Let's see. I gotta watch an ad on my own video. All right. I don't think there's too many people here yet. I tried to set it a little bit earlier, but again, I forgot. I really should be doing this like when I get off of here today. I should set next week's, but I keep forgetting. All right, we have got Ashley from CNC Farms. Lazy Days Ahead. I don't know if that's Jesse or Lisa, but either way, thank you for being here. I know, Paul. It's been a good week. How are you guys doing this week? I don't know. Most of you have probably heard by now. Really, the only thing to talk about for YouTube is the fact that they have now almost eliminated the threshold for getting your community tabs. So basically, as long as you have the advanced settings turned on for your channel, and then as soon as you have some kind of a history, you will get your community tab, which is pretty awesome. So I imagine pretty much everybody here already knew that, but Brad at Chicken Beak Mountain, hello, how are you? So anyway, I have, cool, you got yours today. That's good, Brad. Yeah, I love that community tab. It just makes it so nice for, advancing your community. It's crazy how much that helps. And I've had a good week as far as growth. I think I have gained almost about 25 subscribers, somewhere in that neighborhood. I can't remember exactly where I was a week ago, and I didn't look. So 17W on. I've never heard of that one before. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. New name for me. I can't turn my settings on because of my history. Yeah. Now, see, I have that second channel that I keep that I don't really do anything with, and I went and looked at it, and there really is no history on it either. So my settings are turned on, but I haven't gotten anything on it yet. So, and I probably won't because I really don't have a history there. But anyway, I think it's pretty cool for people who are trying to, get their channels going. That'd be nice for everybody to have that. The community tab is big. It's not only for promoting your channel, but for promoting other people, getting your name out there by way of association, So you have a naughty history. Yeah, I have one of those too, but so anyway, I have been, what did I have? Monday, my canning apple pie filling video came out. I'm getting some feedback for the Feast in a Jar video that came out Friday. I believe it was Friday. And you're not that advanced. Not for nothing. Homestead, hello. How are you? Ginger, correct? But anyway, so yeah, I'm getting some feedback for people who want to participate in the Feast in a Jar collaboration. So that's cool. And then I have spent the last couple of days doing research on how to record my screen so that I can do videos for like my budgeting or meal planning and things like that, and I can record the stuff that I'm doing on the screen. There's some pretty cool programs out there, but I'm trying to find one that's free or cheap. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, yeah, I'd like to get that figured out because my freezer is supposed to be here next week, which reminds me, it is supposed to be here on Wednesday. So we don't know what time. So if it happens to show up during what is supposed to be my live time, then I may have to postpone, or I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully they'll come early in the morning because, like, for me, it's 2 o'clock. So hopefully they'll come early, or they'll come, dinner time or whatever. So we'll see what happens. Devil Dog, hello. How are you? I don't know if you saw my comment in Owl's Live, but I did send you a sticker. It is on its way. I sent Devil Dog and Gary at Belt Loop, Danny and Emma and Ashley. Your sticker's on its way. And was one more in this group. Our post office is kind of a little bit of a distance, but the little gas station up here is a post office hub, and I stopped to get stamps, and they were out. All they had was 6 stamps. They're supposed to get their stamps in the morning, so I sent the first 6 out with those stamps I was able to get, and as soon as I get the other stamps, then I will have some more going out to people. Can't remember who the 6th one. Oh, no. Who was the 6th one? I can't remember now. But anyway, I have some more stickers that will be going out. So for those of you who asked, they will be on their way this week. So let's see. I am trying to kind of put together a structure for how my Ginger. Okay, I have a question, Janet. What did you mean when you set your events, you will automatically get a community tab? If you go into your YouTube studio, I have to kind of look at it to make sure I'm doing this right. YouTube studio and settings. Go into your advanced settings and make sure they're on. Yeah. Not everybody knows just offhand where the advanced settings is, so that's kind of what I was going to walk you through a little bit. Anyway, if you go into your YouTube studio, and of course my computer is very slow right now. It's another thing I figured out this week. I went to download something, and I had a message pop up that said my computer was almost full, which is wow. And I know that's because of all of the videos that take up a lot of space. So I ordered a couple of 2 terabyte external hard drives so that I could, number one, back up my whole computer onto one and reset my computers, because I've been using this thing for several years, so I know nothing is working at its best right now. So I'll back up my whole computer, and then the second one I want to start 2023 with all of my YouTube stuff all going onto the hard drive instead of on my computer, so that I'm not, using all that space on here. Because my computer, I mean, it was a $350 computer, 7 years ago, something like that. So it's not a great computer to begin with. So I need to make sure it's cleaned up and working as good as it can. So thank you, Double Dog. Yes, I suppose I could share my screen, except for the fact that this computer is running very slow. But let's see. If I can. Ooh, they changed the button. Share screen. Come on. Sorry, guys. I'm not real good at this part of it, but I'm getting there. Okay. Am I sharing? As I said, this is moving very slow. I don't see it sharing yet. There it goes. Okay. So I'm going to go to my studio, and you're going to have to bear with me. It's very slow. Hopefully, get the computer cleaned up, that all that stuff will work much better, because part of the reason why I don't really jump into live like I would like to is because my computer just can't keep up. And the few times that I have not worked very well. Ginger got through this because, but anyway, if you go to your YouTube studio and you go to settings, and it's where you have your automatic upload settings and all those different things. Anyway, there's one that says advanced settings, and there's some choices there. And so you just want to make sure that it's turned on so that you can have the advanced settings. And if you have that, that is so cool. I'm so happy for you, Ginger. Now you'll have a lot of fun with that. So cool. So anyway, as I was saying, my freezer's supposed to be here Wednesday. So we'll see what happens. And you know how that goes. It may not even be here Wednesday. I could get a call, that it's going to be later or whatever. You know how that goes. Coming from Lowe's, but it was, had to be ordered. So we'll see. And if that happens and it tries to come during my live, then, as I said, I'll either postpone or something. We'll figure something out. You don't have those options. Okay. I'm going to look at it without sharing my screen because it's much faster. And make sure I'm not missing something. once my freezer comes, then I want to do an inventory as I put the stuff in my freezer, and I'm going to kind of film because I buy in bulk, so I want to show how I package things to get them into the freezer and stuff like that. But then I also am going to start a budget series and a shopping series and a meal plan series. So I want to show, the budget that I allow for the month, and maybe once a week we'll look at how I'm doing on that budget, and then show some of the shopping hauls. Not necessarily everything. We'll kind of play that by ear and see how it goes, but definitely, the deals that I got and how what I bought, how much of it I bought, what kind of savings I had. Because, for instance, we went to the store, and went to 2 stores yesterday, and because of either rewards from that particular store, or because of sales that were going on, or that type of thing, our savings at both stores was in the neighborhood of 50%. And then this morning we went to Grocery Outlet, and no, that wasn't Grocery Outlet, Food for Less. And they had some things that were on sale, as well as sometimes when they're stocking the shelves and they open a case of something and they accidentally split a package, they'll take that package and they'll wrap it in like they do the meat. They'll put it on a foam tray and wrap it like they do the meat, and then give it to you marked down. And we found some bacon, a pound of bacon that we got for $2, and then the Farmer John smoked sausage links. These were the hot ones that usually run like $8 to $10 for a package of 12, and we got those for, I want to say it was $2 also, $2 or $3, something like that. Anyway, so we got those. That tri-tip, that's normally about $6 a pound, was $2.89, I think it was, which for tri-tip is wonderful. We bought one of those. Can't remember. We only picked up like 5 items, but the regular price was like $42, and we only paid $18. So anyway, that's how we shop, and I kind of want to show some of that and show how the savings works, because I keep track, especially right now, keeping track of what we spend and how much we save. So anyway, that's why I want to be able to record my screen so that I can kind of show some of those things that I do in Excel. So anyway, let's see. I am on YouTube Studio. I know I got sidetracked. Sorry about that. Getting kind of excited because I'm trying to put together somewhat of a schedule. I want to try and have, for instance, the meal plan. If it's going to be for starting on a Monday, I'd like for the meal plan to come out, the video, on Sunday, so that people can see what's coming out for the week. So I'm trying to put together a little bit of a schedule for what's coming out on what day for the week. So we'll see what happens. But again, all this is not going to start until after I get my freezer, so that I can get everything going somewhat fresh. Wow, this is so slow. Let's see. Look over here, see if I missed any good comments. Papa Jesse. Hi, Danny. Glad you're here. Rich, Canadian fishing musician, glad you're here. Your stickers will be going out in the next day or two. My post office hub was out of stamps, so as soon as I get those, I'll be sending your sticker out. Yeah, I know you're busy, Rich. Not a problem. Okay, settings. I can't believe how slow this is. I never have this much trouble. But I know part of it is because my computer literally has no space. When I was trying to finish up the video that came out Monday, I actually had to kind of go through and delete some things that I didn't need, or some of them I actually put on some of these smaller flash drives, so that I could make room for the video. So, okay, so if you go to your YouTube studio and then you click on settings on the left-hand side, and then go to channel. And then you go to feature eligibility. That's what it's called. And there is a standard features, intermediate features, and advanced features. And it's either disabled or enabled. So you need to make sure that the advanced features is enabled. And if that's done, and then when you have some history, which most of you should, on your channel, then you should be able to get the community tab. So I know, Paul, you might be doing the wrong settings. When you're on the YouTube studio, it's on the left-hand side where you have your choices for, content or monetization and all that fun stuff on the left-hand side. It's at the very bottom. It'll say settings. If you click on that one, and then channel, and then feature eligibility. All right. Did I miss anybody else while I was trying to do all that and get sidetracked as I did it? I don't think I did. Okay, and let's see. For the Feast in a Jar, I believe we are in the neighborhood of 15. No, you can't do it from your phone. You're going to have to do it from the computer. Unless you use your phone and use your, like mine is Safari. If you go in that way and open your YouTube studio in a tab like that, then instead of using the app, you're running it just like you would on your computer. So you might be able to get to it that way. But anyway, I think we have about 15 participants so far for the Feast in a Jar. And it's not until April. I'm just now trying to get all the word out there and everything. So I think we're doing pretty good. Let's see what happens. Had a couple more people join in the last week. So that's awesome. And what else is going on? Oh, so much. We are finally starting to cool down. So I am going to try and get out there in the next, probably next week on my days off, and get the old garden pulled and cleaned out and covered and ready for next year. Because although I do want to plant some things for fall, if I do, I think I'm going to plant them up here closer to the house so I don't have to be going all the way back there to the corner of the property. So we'll see, try and get that done next week. Let's see, what else have I got going on? Not a whole lot else. as I said, I'm trying to work on the getting some of this new content lined out. I'm finding that I don't know what I got to do. I got to do some more research, but I'm not real good at knowing what I'm looking at on my analytics and stuff. But I just don't get the views that I should get, especially for the number of subscribers that I have. So I know part of it is because I have a little bit of a wide variety of content. So I'm sure the algorithm is somewhat confused, doesn't know where to, what people to put in front of me, put my videos in front of. So I'm not quite sure. As I said last week, I don't want to limit myself to just being, a canning channel or whatever. So I'm going to have to do some more digging, I guess. I'm guessing the quality of my videos isn't all that great. So I'm going to have to do some, I don't know, figure it out. I don't know. We'll just have to, I don't want to not be me though. So I'm trying to be real careful not to change who I am when I'm on camera, because that's just me and that's who I want to be. So I know I got to work a little bit on some of the quality issues on my video. Now I did order a microphone. It's a set. So it'll have the lapel mic that I can wear when I'm doing my canning videos and stuff, because I know one of the complaints is sometimes I'm hard to hear. So I did order that, but it also has the plugs and stuff so that I can use it with my cell phone, because when I use my cell phone for any videos, that's the other complaint, is that sound quality is terrible on the phone. Where it has such beautiful video quality, the audio is awful. So I'm hoping that will help. So I did order that, and we'll see what happens there. 12 Stones Ranch, hello, how are you doing? Jamie's Country Living. I see 12 Stones Ranch. Byron, correct? Anyway, so I'm hoping that I can work on some of the quality there. And then I think I need to start slowing down a little bit on my editing and kind of looking into some different things that I can do to make the quality of the videos better. So we'll see. But like I said, I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere near the views that I should be getting for the number of subscribers that I have. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, for instance, the apple filling video that I put out on Monday has only had 29 views. Normally, my canning videos do much better than that. Now, I know a lot of my canning videos. Hi, Mom. How are you? A lot of my canning videos start off slow, and then they seem to take off. So, I wasn't expecting too much out of it, but I usually do better than that to start with. So anyway, I got to start looking into what's going on with the quality of the videos, because that video should have gotten a lot more views than it did. How are you doing, Mom? I was going to call you when I'm done here, so be ready for that. Can't get my phone to connect to my desktop. You're asking the wrong person, because that is one thing that I always have trouble with, is anytime I have tried to connect my phone to my computer, I have a lot of trouble. So you're asking the wrong person. So let's see. So that means, what, 2 of you guys, 3 of you guys have gotten your community tabs. So that is so cool. So anyway, I know I keep rambling off into all kinds of different directions today. Sorry about that. Oh, your Wi-Fi. Okay, that makes more sense. It happens. Jamie, like with a cable. Oh, that's funny. So anyway, yeah, this next week is going to be kind of fun because I'm trying to scramble to figure out what to put out for videos. But again, after my chest freezer comes in and I start getting things moved over and I can start filming the inventory, and then I can start doing some of the budget and the shopping and the meal planning and some of that stuff along with the other stuff. Because this time of year, my garden didn't do very good. My fruit trees didn't do very good. So canning and preserving is going to be limited to things that I buy at the store, which is not always a lot. So there's not going to be a lot of that stuff coming out. So I figured it was the perfect time to blend in some of the other stuff that I wanted to do. Mom, you didn't answer me. Let's see. No, the tethering option on my phone. It worked before. So anyway, those hard drives are supposed to be here Sunday, I believe. Well, it says Sunday, which means I probably won't get them till Monday. But if they come in on Monday, then I can get this computer backed up, and then I just want to take it back to factory settings because, yeah, it's so slow, and there's so much on here. Between when I first got the computer, I was going to school, so there's a lot of that stuff, and then all the YouTube stuff, and then, I mean, there's a lot of stuff on here that I know I don't need. So hopefully it'll clean up the computer and the computer will start working a little better. Jamie, unplug it and plug it in again. So anyway, yeah, it's been a little bit of a slow week, and probably will be this next week. But, after being sick and then working all the overtime because other people at work were sick, this is actually the first week. I was out for a week when I had COVID, and then for the next 3 weeks, I worked at least one of my 2 days off. So this is the first week that I have actually been somewhat normal, back to my schedule anyway. So, Bud Files, hello, welcome in. Mike and Terry at MT-Homestead, hello, how are you doing? Miss anybody else? I don't think I have. So anyway, yeah, it's been a good week. It's been kind of a slow week, but it's been a much needed week. So it's been nice to catch my breath after all those extra hours, and do, on the upside of that, because of all the extra hours, it made for a pretty fat check. Not real fat, but it was real nice to get some extra. And that is what I used to order the microphone. I ordered about 5 things. I'm trying to remember what they all were. The 2 hard drives, external hard drives, and then the microphone was like the biggest things. So I guess it made it worth it because I was able to turn around and get those things that much needed for keeping my YouTube journey happening. So, has anybody got anything special going on? Tony, Kettle Kitchen, hello, how are you? Thank you again for inviting me last night. That was a lot of fun. And again, I'm going to say it again like I did last week. If any of you on here have not looked into the Feast in a Jar collaboration, check out that video and let me know if you're interested in being in on it, because I still need some more people. As I said, we're doing pretty good. I've got getting a pretty good turnout, but I'd like to get some more. So, and we got plenty of time. So hopefully we'll be in good shape by then. And I made that apple pie filling. And one of the things that I mentioned in the video was I had bought one of the regular apple core slicer, the one that you just push down and it makes the wedges and cuts the core out of the middle. The one that I had and the one that you can find everywhere is 12 slices. And the slices were way too big for the pies. And if I use the apple peeler core slicer, the one that you turn and it spins around, then the slices were too thin. So I ordered one of the push down ones that is 16 slices instead of 12. Cool, Jamie. I will write that down. And as I said, we're not posting until April, but you can film it anytime you want. If you're anything like me, I like to try a recipe and I'll film it. Try and have plenty of time. I'll go ahead and film it so that way if there's a problem with it, then I can do something else or fix it or whatever and try it again later. But anyway, I had bought the one that was 16 slices, and that was what I used for this recipe. And then I turned around and made an apple pie with the crumb topping. And my husband said, number one, it was the best recipe that I had made yet. And the second thing was that the apples were the perfect size. So that was nice. And see, Tony, are we all filled up for Noodle November? Or do you still have spots open? Cool. Yep, I will. I wrote your name down, so I will add you to the list, Jamie. Appreciate that. Tony said, hello, CBM. I was trying to figure out who the heck is CBM. I thought I missed somebody. Chicken Big Mountain. All right, I don't think I missed anybody. Now, I'm hoping, the whole point of doing this live, I kind of wanted it to be kind of a 50-50. You know, part of the time we talk about whatever's new with YouTube and whatever's going on, people might be interested in or learning how to do something, which brings me to my next point. Okay, devil dog. If there is a particular subject, something that you want to know how to do, or you want to know how to do better, or you just have a question because, you know, when you try and look it up, you get conflicting information. One person says to do it this way, somebody else will say, no, don't do that, do it this way. Any of that type of stuff. If there's something you want to know about, please send me a message, and I will do my best to do a deep dive and see if I can figure it out for myself. And, you know, as you know from some of the other videos that I've done, I like to try and get statistical information, or if you're wanting to know if something really does work, I like to try it out on my channel and see what happens. So please let me know if there are any questions or any topics that you want me to expand on, because I would love to do that. Trox Virtues, the new name for the Texas Hen Ranch. I honestly do not know, because that is a channel that this is the first time I'm hearing of it. So I might have to look them up. I'm finding all kinds of new people lately, so. But anyway, so like, as I said, I was kind of hoping to have this like half the time or whatever devoted to YouTube, and the other half the time kind of an update, what's going on with me, what's going on with you, you know, whatever. But it just doesn't seem to be working out that way, because either we have a YouTube topic that takes up the whole hour, or as in the last 2 weeks, not really much to be said. And I can't really talk about me for an hour usually. Let's see, did everybody get their handles for their channels? And did anybody not get what they wanted theirs to be? I watched a deal on, who was it that I watched? I want to say it was Robert Benjamin? I think it's his name. And he was talking about Mr. Beast, you know, like probably the most well-known YouTuber ever. And with the handles, because there are so many people out there that have tried to replicate or create names similar so they can, you know, ride on his coattails or whatever. Because of those names, Mr. Beast, his handle is going to be like Mr. Beast 0006 or something like that, because of all the other people that have tried to replicate his channel. So that's kind of interesting how that works out. Mine came out, it is Homestead Where You Are. So I am perfectly happy with that. But I was just wondering if there was anybody in here who ended up with something different or weird or not really what they wanted. I think the handles are going to make it a whole lot easier to reference other channels, or to find other channels, or you know, to hashtag them, or whatever you need to do, tag them in videos, that type of thing. I think it's going to make it a whole lot easier. But yeah, it could get interesting for channels whose names are similar to other channels. I can see how that would be a problem. Not much chatting going on today. You guys are quiet. Usually you guys give me lots of things to talk about while we're here when I stumble and don't know what to say. Usually you guys have something going on that kind of carries it through, but you guys are quiet today. Jamie's boiling eggs for egg salad. Yum. It's kind of funny. I do have to say this. I have been canning meats and things for a while, but I do it just in small quantities because you're playing with the community page. As you know, it's me, my husband, and my stepson. And my husband is okay with like the canned meats in things where I don't know if disguise is the right word, but if you're adding, like if I have just chunks of beef and I'm going to turn it into a stew or something like that, then he likes that. And he's not real fond of the canned hamburger meat. So I don't really can a whole lot of that. Sometimes I can use it for like tacos or something. And sometimes I have to sneak it in. And if they don't know, then they're fine. Yeah, I guess it's a mindset for both of them. But my stepson is really bad about, I'll tell him I have, I'd be asking for some chicken and I'll tell him I have some canned chicken over there. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. Well, we usually buy the tins of the canned chicken that he would make a chicken salad sandwich with. He loves those. Well, I haven't been buying any because I have some canned. So he wanted a sandwich the other day, and I told him I had the canned chicken. And he did his whole, yeah, I don't know. And then he kept asking me, does it taste the same? He had this leery look and all that fun stuff. So anyway, I just took out a jar and I put about half of it in a bowl for him and took the other half for me because we make our chicken salads different. He likes dill relish and I like sweet relish. And so anyway, I divided it into two and I just started making mine. And he went ahead and took the other half and made his. And then he went on and on about how good it was and told me that I did not have to buy the other stuff again, that he would use what was in the jar. So I might be converting him a little bit at a time, but I'll get there. Let's see. I saw Nicole. Hello. Thank you for coming in. How are you doing? What camera will I be using? I don't have it right here. I thought I did. When I first started YouTube, I was using nothing but my cell phone. And as I said, there was a lot of issues with audio quality. So when we got one of the stimulus checks, more than a year ago, the last one, my husband told me to find a camera, but we couldn't afford, I want a Canon M50 or whatever that is, but I can't afford that. So I found a $200 camera on Amazon. The brand is Camcordy, and it came with the camera, the light attachment, the microphone, the stabilizer bar that it goes on. I think that's it. And of course, the SD card and 2 batteries, all that fun stuff. Anyway, so I ordered that, and while it's not bad quality video, it's still not anywhere near as good as the iPhone. But the audio is really, really good. So I usually have to use both. I have them sitting next to each other when I'm filming like my canning and stuff. And then I put them together on my editing software, line up the the audio, and I use the video from my phone and the audio from the camera. Although I have been using the video from the camera a whole lot more lately, because I've learned how to do some of the lighting and stuff in my canning kitchen to make it much better quality. So anyway, that's the camera that I use. But the problem that I've had is it does not have options for like wide angle lens and stuff like that. So because of where I have to put it, sometimes it seems like I'm a little bit too far away and the audio doesn't pick up like it should. And see, I am looking, because I pretty much did the same thing. I went to Amazon, and again, I could not afford to buy anything expensive, but what I ordered is was $29.99, so I'm a little iffy on the quality. We'll see what happens. The brand is HMKCH is what it says. Anyway, this is what it looks like. So let's see, this is for the plugging into the camera, and then it has the other, the other part for plugging into the phone here. So that I can use it with my phone also. So we'll see what happens there. Oh, there it is. Wireless lavalier microphone for camera, DSLR, computer, laptop, MacBook, Android phone, iPhone, iPad, tablet, cordless clip-on lapel mic for video recording, YouTube, vlog, interview, podcast. That is what it says. And, there was a few cheaper ones, but looking at those, it was like, yeah, I don't have much confidence in those at all. It's omnidirectional. And it comes with the power pack and all that for plugging it in. So anyway, that was what I ordered. I imagine when I get it, I will do an unboxing for it, because I know everybody is always looking for stuff like that, but everybody's just like me, leery about what kind of quality you're going to get. I think Rode Video Micro is the best wired. Yeah, see, I didn't want a wired microphone. I wanted wireless, because I have to put my camera, on the other side of the kitchen pointed at me, because that's what I was getting at. This camera, it has no attachments or anything. It is just the lens that's on it is all you can do. You can't add anything. And so it's not wide angle or anything like that. So I have to put it so far away in order to be able to capture what I'm doing. That has kind of been the problem with the audio quality. So I'm just hoping now that this microphone will cure that. But anyway, like I said, I'll do an unboxing for it so everybody can see what comes in it, because like I said, people are always looking for that kind of stuff, but everybody always wants to know how cheap can they get away with and still have decent quality. That's kind of where I'm at. I can't afford the good stuff. I just can't. And so I want to know what I can use that's on the lower end of the scale and still be decent in quality. So I'll do an unboxing. I'll probably use it on a video or two, and then I may do a review to talk about what I think about it, how the quality was, and all that good stuff. And if it turns out to be really good and I really like it and all that, then I'll include a link for anybody who wants to, go get one. But anyway, yeah. So once that comes, be looking for an unboxing and maybe a review and all that fun stuff. But I'm hoping because I lucked out on the camera as far as, I know I could have went a lot cheaper. You know, you can get what they call a YouTube vlogging camera for, you know, $60 all the way up to thousands. But I knew better than to go, you know, the $60 or $70 range, because I don't think it would have solved the problems that I was already having. So when I bought that other camera, like I said, I think it was regular $249 or something like that, and it had a discount of some sort on it, which made it like $189, and then after shipping and everything, it was right at $200 I paid for the camera. And I was pleasantly surprised for the quality for the money. So yes, Paul, I see that. I just noticed what time it was. Chris, hello. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. For any of you who need to get on out of here, lost my train of thought. Mama V at Possum Run Homestead is coming on right now. Should be anyway. I haven't seen a notification for it yet, but she should be coming on right about now. We're going to get off here anyway, but I don't have a notification for her. Are we sure she's going on? Yeah, I still don't see anything. Has anybody else gotten a notification from Mama V? I know she has an awful lot of internet issues, so she may not be on. I don't know. Janet, I trust my laptop. I just my laptop out so I could get into studio. Apparently, I don't remember my password. Now I have to figure out how to get in my laptop. Oh, yeah, that stuff is fun, Ashley. I'll see you next week, Paul. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, she is on now. Okay. I didn't get a notification. How weird. Weren't you guys talking about doing a collab for the solar oven? I was not. I don't know if you're talking to me or if you are talking to someone else. Probably Chris, maybe. I do not have a solar oven, although I do want to get one. Just had Mama V's notice. Oh, there it is. Watch live now. Possum Run Homestead. Okay. So I'm going to get off of here, I suppose. And I thought it was not me. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't me. So, all right. So Mama V's is on right now for those of you who want to go and see what she's got going on. And I appreciate so much all of you guys who stopped by and hung out with me today, even though there wasn't really a whole lot going on. Carrie's like maybe, yeah. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day, have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. And hopefully there'll be much more going on next week. Anyway, have a good day, and I will see you next week.